So why do Warren Buffett and Donald Trump hate cryptocurrency so much? Let's talk about it in this episode of the vlog. So you might have seen Donald Trump's recent tweet about Libra, Facebook's new cryptocurrency, or he mentioned Bitcoin as well. And he clearly isn't a big fan of Bitcoin. And we've heard similar things from Warren Buffett. Now, there's plenty of people on the other side that love cryptocurrency and people that I'm a huge fan of, and Jack Dorsey and Mark Cuban and several other key influencers that really understand the economy and technology and where so much of this is going. But I think it's worth paying attention to. Warren Buffett and Donald Trump, very successful businessmen that have real concerns when it comes to cryptocurrency. So let's talk about them. Let's talk about what their concerns are and maybe how we should process those concerns. So let's talk about something Donald Trump tweeted about. He talked about how the most stable currency in the world is the US dollar. And he's right. The US dollar has been and probably will continue to be for some time the most stable currency in the world. There's a lot of value here, and it hasn't fluctuated tremendously like you've seen other currencies throughout the world. And so there's significant value there. So to just all of a sudden jump from US dollars to Bitcoin doesn't make sense. But I think as we begin to look into the future, and is Bitcoin or cryptocurrency a legitimate future, digital currency a legitimate future, I think we've got to challenge that. And it's my opinion that yes, but I think it's being too quickly dismissed. And so I want to talk about maybe why a little bit it's been dismissed by Buffett and by Trump. So one of the first reasons I think it's being dismissed is that they don't understand it. I think they don't understand, and they perceive this to be more like stock than they do dollars. And I think we've seen that because the value has grown tremendously. And a lot of people talk about because it's so unstable, and that's true. We want a currency that's going to be very stable. When you exchange value, when you get paid for something, you want it, if it's going to sit in your pocket, to keep its value so that when you buy something, it's worth the same thing or close to the same value, if not a little bit more value than it was when you received it. And so you want a currency that has value. And so Bitcoin has shot up and it's also crashed. And that doesn't give us a lot of trust in the stability of it. But over time, I believe it will level out. But I think people, because the value is fluctuating, are really seeing it more like stock. And they buy it when it's low and sell it when it's high. And you don't want to do that with money. You don't want to just buy and sell like stock. You want to treat money as if it's a store of value that's solid and stable. And so I think seeing it and perceiving it as stock is the wrong perception. And I think that's why it's being perceived the wrong way. Now, I think over time, both Buffett and Trump will come to see that cryptocurrency is a form of digital currency. It's very similar to this, it's just stored different. So instead of paper, it's stored in blockchain. And blockchain is a very powerful technology. And as this has served us well for a long time, there will be a transition in my mind and in many others' minds from this physical currency to digital currency. And we have digitized this in many ways. But at the end of the day, we need more stability in that technology. And as technology continues to develop, so does the world around it. We need to adapt and adjust to these changing times. So I believe that Buffett and Trump will begin to understand and see that this is different, that this is similar as an exchange, but this isn't stock. And there's no buildings at the bottom of it. And just like at the bottom of the US dollar, it's just paper, but the government is behind it. And I think we do need stability and we need trust built behind these exchanges. So as digital currencies, as cryptocurrencies continue to mature, I think the naysayers like Trump, like Buffett, and like so many others are going to begin to see that there's a lot of value here. And I think as the value it becomes and the trust increases, the stability will increase, and it will become a more common form of exchange. And we'll see which one becomes the most stable currency. Maybe it's Libra, maybe it's Bitcoin, who knows? Those are my thoughts on Buffett and Trump and why I believe they're going to change their minds, but why they disagree and why they don't like cryptocurrency. I would love to know your thoughts. What do you think? Do you think cryptocurrency is the future of money? Or do you agree with Donald Trump and Warren Buffett that, this is just a passing fad and it's really worthless and some fantasy coin in the internet?